Next, we have a talk on the power of NFTs for inspiration and creativity. So please can I welcome Khatanbuuvei Munkhtur. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
All right, so that's me. I came 2 days ago on an airplane, not on a horse or a cow or an ox, right? So that's Mongolia. It's the four times the size of California. And so when I was a young kid, I was in the countryside of Mongolia where I was born. And so I used to just, draw on the clouds with my fingers, or sometimes get a stick, draw on the mud, on the ground. And, besides doing the household chores, I also had some kind of creative angle. I used to, just find myself a creative kid. And I'm just so excited to be here. And I have something prepared for you guys before. So this is how we're gonna do it. NFTs make me feel brand new. The art will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York. Yeah, you guys like that, right? Okay. On Twitter Spaces, they like this one. Okay, yeah, but we're in New York, so I like the first one better. All right, so let's get into it. How did my story come up to it? So 2 years ago, exactly on March 2021, my friend and cousin Jordan told me about NFTs, and I was like, wow, I can leave my stuff on the blockchain, because I was doing art since 2004, but I did it underground, meaning that I never released it to the mainstream or the general public. And then I heard about NFTs. I was like, what? This is the underground of underground. And so I decided to jump into it. And of course, we're going to leave this planet one day. I thought, okay, I'll leave my art as a legacy on the blockchain. And then it's a brief timeline. In 2021, we were all on Clubhouse. I hosted thousands of rooms with other people. 2022 was all Twitter Spaces. I hosted also hundreds of rooms with many of the people. And now I'm speaking at NFT.NYC. So what an improvement, right? Okay, round of applause for me, come on. Yeah, come on, where's the excitement, guys? For me, this is a big step, right? From talking to the phone in my bedroom, now on the stage talking to you guys, right? And everything I say here can be followed along on my Twitter. So anything now I mention from the slides, check my Twitter here and follow my link tree, what I say. So here's how my story started. So I minted and sold out these pixel penguins on March 2021. So that is before the Bored Apes from the Yuga Labs. Because I saw the importance of community and how each person can have their unique collection style. So I did this, and I had my own community on Clubhouse with the penguins. And then I bought, so from 50% of the proceeds, I bought other people's art. So the artists were very thankful to me. And then I said, how can I support these artists more? So I was like, okay, let's collab with these artists and then create this new collection called Baby Penguins. So here you will see like Sabet, Early Worm, Eddie Gangland, and Gabe Weiss, all the people I collabed with, who you call these recent OGs. And so I was trying to support new artists as well as create art with like other artists so we can promote the art. And later on, if you know Suzy, we made the Bua Suzy show from my penguins. So this is all new, right? It's in March 2021. So this is one of the first animated shows on the blockchain. And we did this just for fun of it. Back then, we didn't care about anything. We just made stuff for fun. And as I was telling this to artists and like selling this and making this, a lot of artists on Clubhouse used to ask me like how you're doing this, what you're doing. And I was kind of tired to tell it over and over on the Clubhouse space, right? So I wrote one of the first NFT books called The Art of Shilling in April 2021. So that's 2 years ago. It's one of the first books on the blockchain. So back then I didn't know how to mint more. I just minted 5 for 0.01. They sold out. But then later my friend told me, why don't you just give it free to artists? So I did that. So anyone who came to the space to ask me for like advice on NFTs, I used to give them the link to the book. But as an NFT, I did it on OpenSea unlockable. So when you had the NFT, you could unlock the book and read it. So as this was happening, Oh yeah, and my art now got featured in the Artist Village now at the NFT.NYC. So I want to thank the NFT.NYC people for featuring my art. It's on my foundation, on my link tree. There I separate my one-of-one arts from the pixel and the music art, just to give it a different platform. This piece is called Peace. So I drew it during the hard times we had like a year ago, and I drew it in the countryside of Mongolia. So now we go back to the title of the subject, right? The subject of this talk today. It's called The Power of NFTs. So I believe the power of NFTs starts with one person. So now it's one person here on me, stage, speaking on the stage. And then now it's, yeah, the power of NFTs. Maybe it's you guys, maybe it's you or somebody in the back there. It starts with you guys, right? That's the power of NFTs. So power is being able to use your proceeds from NFT sales to support a struggling artist. Power of NFTs is muting the interrupting speaker so she can speak. The power of NFTs is meeting a 13-year-old artist and being inspired by him. The power of NFTs is being able to support a friend who lost their brand in the space. And power of NFTs is extending your arm to help children in need. This is all what we can do in this space. And so when we look at it, behind every person is 10 people. So behind me is 10 people, all the artists I've helped, they have their friends, they have their communities. And you guys sitting here today listening, behind you guys are a lot of people in a lot of communities. And it's said that technology is growing by powers of 10, and I bet it's even more now. So this exponential growth is this line I drew myself, this red line. This is how NFTs are going to grow. And so I thought, how can I bring this to my local level? And I started doing a podcast with different artists, DJs, digital art, national artists, and I helped these artists expose themselves. And they each have their own kind of genre and then selection they're going to and followers, so they spread their love, and behind them was also hundreds and thousands of people. But then they needed a platform, right? Every artist in Mongolia, we didn't have an NFT platform. So we together, and me advising, launched this Mongol NFT platform where Mongolian artists can put their art. So now this served as an infrastructure for the Mongolian artists to go and show their case, show their art, everything worldwide. And you guys can visit to see it as well. And organically, it got growth from the international papers, like how this platform is bridging the local and global and how you can support local artists. And the main point I'm trying to make today is that this global thing that I learned from 2 years from Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, I took it local, right? I took it to my people in Mongolia. If you look at it on a map, it's located between Russia and China. And I tried to support the artists there as well as globally. And in return, I'm hoping that the local artists will now come back to global, and there will be more people speaking or participating here at these events from my country. So when I compare myself to other speakers, right now it's not like I'm trying to represent myself or a company. I have to represent my country, you know? And that's kind of it's a difficult task, but I have to do it and I have to start it so more artists can have more opportunities. And so the second thing is we will connect this technology to the artists. Like, you know, I'm doing the podcast with them or having that Mongolian NFT platform, and that's going to connect them with the technology, and which will help them in return go global again. And so with the power, I'm saying each individual, there's 10 people behind them. I think power of NFTs is empowerment. So as long as we inspire people and then empower others, then that's the power we have that's given to us when we were born, right? So I want to establish these three, and the main message now is let us empower. And yeah, that's the end of my talk. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, let's clap first, and I'm not done yet. So I have a minute left. So I brought these souvenirs from Mongolia. There's like 10 or 11 of them. So whoever you know, tweets, tags me and NFT.NYC from my Twitter, and then wants to get one of these souvenirs. And thank you guys for attending the talk, because I appreciate like every person who listens to me, right? Because now if I was alone, now 2, 3, this exponential growth, here I see like 30, 40 people. So that multiplied will be like, you know, hundreds and thousands few years later on. So yeah. So I brought you guys this, and meet me like down here and to take it. I can see the notification on the tweet. Okay, that was a good talk. Yeah, I'm done now. So thank you guys.